of the presentations, at least all of the ones that I have been at a forum of the Senate and at an academic senate and about 3 of these type of events, you get up and you present, and when people ask you the hard questions, you say, we don't have a choice. So you had made that decision to declare exclusion way early on, and you're just letting us know what maybe 4 or 5 of you have sat at a table and decided. You have not consulted. I am going to request, because I'm accountable to those padres right there. Yo tengo que responderle a esos padres de familia. That's who I came to this university to teach for 20 years. So when you put the name up there, it is deceiving. And I'm surprised that given that our president Covino comes from an English rhetoric background, that website is written the way it's written. It is meant to imply that we were consulted with. And you have to understand the position you put me and other faculty here who have fought from 50 years ago to keep this university open. So I'm going to beg you again. I'm going to beg you to forego the PowerPoint presentation, which is up on the website, which anyone can go see, and you hear the community. I want you to take a page from the Me Too movement, which has told men, you need to sit down and listen to the people that experience what you don't. I want to go on the record and say, I was born in East LA. I grew up in East LA. I am an alumni of this university. I have been teaching here for 20 years. I am a working class special admit. It is a reality that neither you nor Bill understand. So you need to listen to the people who do understand it. Okay?
Okay, I have a request, because BSU is trying to come in here, and I talked about earlier about how this is going to impact Black students the most. So if there's anybody here who doesn't necessarily have to be here, if you're privileged in more ways than we are as Black students, I'm asking that you please give your seat up. Or if y'all feel like y'all don't want to be that selfish, if we still allow BSU to come in, they can come sit in this front, because this is the
May I answer Carlos first? Fine. We will suspend this. We're going to turn that off now. We're going to give people an opportunity to listen. Give us an opportunity to listen. But the listening, for us to actually hear you, we have to allow people to speak individually, right? I think we should follow the rules that we've been using at other town halls, where you have 3 minutes each person to speak, because we want to hear from as many of you as we can. You're here to speak to us. And so what I'd like to suggest is that we do exactly what Carlos asked, that we sit and listen to you, but that we do follow the procedure. There are 2 mics at either side. We get in line, and everybody gets their 3 minutes to tell us what they want to tell us. Carlos?
I'm not running it.
I'm responding to your question. Does that sound? I'm seeing some nods.
Yes.
Okay. And then, we can clear a couple more seats out for other folks who want to come in.
Sure.
We don't have a university translator?
No, we don't.
No.
Lynn, that is the symptom of that you don't understand who you're eliminating in this university.
And there's 4 seats up here.
4 seats over here in the corner, guys.
Tom Andrews, can you translate? Yeah, that was lack of foresight, wasn't it? And you're at the helm.
How much are you getting paid? Shit, he could pay my tuition with his raise.
But that's another thing. You sit here and say that there's no room. Why wouldn't y'all have it in a space that's bigger to let more students come in here? This having it in this space in itself is a form of exclusion. Like, you're not.
The space was, this was the largest space available.
No, you know.
So we can, again, I apologize, we don't have a translator. What we can do is, I hear somebody over there. Somebody's pointing. Erica has agreed. So we're going to sit and listen. I'm going to listen, I'm going to take notes. Marjani is at the microphone to my left. Vince Lopez is at the microphone to my right. Maybe we could keep the line to 10 on each side, and when one person has spoken, the next person gets up and gets in line. Does that sound? We all need to hear each other. So having said that, in some orderly fashion, let's get. Steve.
Yes, Eric. We have someone else.
Eric is agreed. No,
Okay, President Cordino, stand on stage so we can talk to him directly.
we'll both be right here.
No, like, we all need to be able to be. They're right there.
We have a professional.
Erica, were you going to join us? Oh, we have a professional translator in the room. Wonderful.
Lucky for
You
you.
have a microphone? Oh, they're going to share a microphone. Wonderful. So the first 10 people on either side get in line, and we'll let everyone have their 3 minutes to tell us what we need to hear.
The gentrification.
Somebody's got to go first. Just to kind of keep it orderly.
Hi, my name is Matthew Dada. I'm 36. I came back to school 4 years ago. I went to LACC and then I came here. Before coming back to school, I was a producer in the film industry, and I have experienced a lot of weird ways of doing things, and I never experienced how difficult it would be for me to graduate in 2 years until I came to this campus.
Matthew nos contaba que a pesar de que ha pasado por muchas cosas, tiene 36 años, nunca pero nunca ha experimentado tantas dificultades en graduarse como lo ha hecho aquí en la universidad.
I am not from Los Angeles. I am a transplant to this city, and I'm lucky to have the system to be going back to school in. However, I would not be graduating if I had not advocated for myself every single day at this campus.
No soy de Los Ángeles y sin embargo tuve la suerte de poder entrar a este sistema. Sin embargo, no lo he logrado sin que yo mismo tuviera que pelear día a día para seguir aquí en Los Ángeles.
Before my first semester, I met with the financial aid department 4 times to make sure my financial aid was good. I was told yes, it wasn't.
El primer semestre, de hecho antes, me encontré con todos los consejeros financieros para asegurarme de que todo lo estuviera bien en cuanto a las ayudas financieras. Sin embargo, no lo fue así.
I tried to get my math class from the first school I went to accepted. I was told repeatedly by admissions it would not be. It was after I started and after I paid $600 to take a math class at UCLA Extensions on the advice of the admissions office.
Mi clase de matemáticas me dijeron que no la podían aceptar, sin embargo, sí fue aceptada, pero después de que la tomé en la UCLA y después de que pagué $600.
And I met with Dr. Garcia, and I met with, I don't know if it's Dr. or Miss Roberts Cord, about my issues, and all I got was, it's better now than it used to be, but there's nothing I can do.
Y me reuní con la doctora García, Edson Roberts, y lo que me dijeron es, bueno, tienes suerte porque es mucho mejor ahora de lo que era antes.
So I ask if it's better. How can you be asking to impact this school when you can't even get the school students who want to get out properly?
Mi pregunta es, si todo está mejor, ¿por qué entonces están cerrando y nos están excluyendo cuando los mismos estudiantes que estamos aquí no podemos graduarnos?
Because in one of my classes of 40 students, 4 of us could have graduated already. But you keep changing the criteria and don't tell us.
De una clase de 40, 4 de nosotros nos hubiéramos graduado, pero ustedes cambian los requisitos para graduarse.
At my orientation, I had to ask 5 people what the upper division general election or elective requirements were. And not one of those people could give it to me in writing. All I have is an email.
Durante la orientación tuve que preguntarle a 5 personas cuáles eran los requisitos para graduarme, pero ninguno de ellos tuvieron la respuesta. Lo único que recibí fue un email.
From Ms. Fernandez saying, oh, we had this conversation, not about what we had a conversation about, because the criteria was secret.
Estuve hablando con la doctora Hernández y me dijo que aparentemente los requisitos, aunque ella dice que me los había contado, parece que son bastante secretos.
I could have graduated last semester, but when you changed the criteria about GE electives again, you didn't tell anyone.
Me podría haber graduado el semestre pasado, pero cuando cambiaron los requisitos generales y no le contaron a nadie, no pude.
So you would have only had 599 students extra this semester if you had told us, because I would have been gone already.
Yo hubiera salido y tendrían solamente 599 estudiantes extra. Me podría haber graduado.
So again, I say, before you tell new kids they can't come, try getting rid of the kids who are here.
Antes de decirle a los demás que no pueden entrar, díganle a los estudiantes que están aquí cómo salir.
I want to remind the decision makers that did not consult faculty. Let us remind you that whom this university and academic institution is supposed to serve are those marginalized communities, the working class of color, immigrant communities, historically marginalized communities that this institution is supposed to serve. Communities which envision this university as a beacon of hope. One of the students that you don't take into account the economic struggles, the psychological, mental, emotional issues that come with all of this, that lower our GPA, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No consultaron a las comunidades marginadas, no consultaron a las personas que realmente están afectadas con esto. Así que no se trata de levantar un GPA o nada de eso, es consultarnos a nosotros.
Many are calling for a one-year moratorium to analyze the data, the negative impacts and implications.
Muchos quieren analizar la data.
That wittingly or unwittingly, the decision to declare Casa de LA as an impacted campus,
La decisión de decidir que la universidad tenga un programa de exclusión.
in the broader historical context and neoliberal process, the ideology and the practice
En el
that you
contexto-
perpetrate
En el contexto histórico, en un clima neoliberal,
Impaction can and will cut access and exacerbate inequity.
la exclusión de los estudiantes va a negar el acceso a los estudiantes.
Creating inopportunities rather than opportunities.
Y esto va a
Es
crear la
ex-
falta de oportunidad, no las oportunidades.
Es exclusión.
Se trata de exclusión.
And to remind folks here, we're being defunded. These are austerity measures at our level.
Quiero recordarle a todos que estas son medidas de austeridad, nos están quitando los fondos.
In the context of neoliberalism.
Y todo
Yet,
esto se trata de liberalismo.
since 2013, has your salary not gone up 260,000? Not
En el 2013 no ha
counting,
subido 260.
not counting incentives.
About salary raises, it should be no.
Every year it's a raise. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Walter Rodriguez. My little story is about a three-part story. I'm coming to you as a parent.
Me llamo Walter Rodríguez y mi historia tiene tres partes porque vengo aquí también como padre,
And as a student veteran here at Cal State LA.
como estudiante y como veterano aquí en Cal State LA.
Now, I was not sure if I was going to get up here, but then I saw Dr. David Sanchez here, and I realized that I needed to get up.
No estaba seguro si quería hablar aquí, pero vi al Dr. David Sánchez y ahora sé que tengo que hablar.
When I got back from Iraq, I started a business. Business went pretty well, and then it went south when the economy took a hit.
Yo
I
comencé un
didn't know-
negocio, pero el negocio terminó mal por la economía.
I didn't know what to do, so I turned to school.
No sabía lo que hacer, decidí volver a la escuela.
I started off at PCC, and I went through the motions for about a year and a half before I had a class.
Comencé en PCC y después de un año conseguí una clase
where we learned about the movement.
donde
that Dr.
aprendimos
Sanchez was part of.
sobre el movimiento.
I was one of the fortunate students that was blessed to have Sal Castro as a teacher when I was in high school.
Yo fui uno de los grandes afortunados de tener a Sal Castro como profesor en la secundaria.
But at the time, I didn't know how to appreciate it because I didn't know about it.
En el momento no supe cómo valorarlo, porque no sabía.
He's one of the reasons I'm here.
Él es una de las razones por las cuales estoy aquí.
Because when it was time to come to a university, when I came out of PCC, I had my choices.
Porque cuando llegó el momento de decidir dónde ir a la universidad, tenía opciones.
And I chose the one that, to me, related more because I grew up right in the heart of the Westlake area.
Y tomé la decisión de venir a la que más tenía sentido, porque yo crecí acá, en el corazón de Westlake.
Now, it was something that at the time, and for the first few years that I was here, I was proud to be an Eagle.
Y en ese momento yo estaba orgulloso de ser un Eagle.
But what I'm reading and what's going on today,
Pero por lo que estoy leyendo, y lo está ocurriendo ahora, estoy cambiando de opinión.
now as a parent, I'm reading that this doesn't impact until 2020. But I have a son that recently applied with a 2.5 GPA, 910 on his SATs, which for inner city students is fairly well, and he got denied.
Me están diciendo que esto no va a afectar hasta el 2020, pero yo tengo un hijo que acaba de aplicar con un GPA de 2.5 y lo acaban de negar su aplicación.
Now, what's really devastating to me about that is he submitted an appeal on Monday and got a denial again yesterday.
Y lo más terrible es que lo apeló y ayer se lo acaban de negar otra vez.
The fabricated skeleton letter said that, after thorough review, I'm sorry, but I don't know how you review so many appeals in 2 days.
Y la carta decía, una carta fabricada, que después de apelar, de regresar, no sé cómo se puede pasar algo en 2 días.
Furthermore, the skeleton said that his GPA after the appeal was the same one that he applied with, which was untrue.
Y la apelación decía que su GPA era exactamente el mismo con el que había aplicado en el momento, al principio, y eso no era verdad.
Now, the sad part about that in general is that my son is an average student.
Lo más triste es que mi hijo es un estudiante promedio.
Now, unlike other universities, they're not allowed to submit a letter of the things where my son had to deal with my PTSD symptoms throughout his early years of high school.
A diferencia de otras universidades, aquí no se pudo presentar una carta donde mi hijo tuvo que lidiar con todos mis problemas postraumáticos y que él pudo sobrellevar.
I had to take a leave of absence from school because my symptoms got so bad, my depression got so bad, I had to go into more treatment and I just didn't have the drive to do anything.
Tuve que tomarme una licencia de la universidad porque mis síntomas fueron tan severos que yo no podía seguir.
That affected my son's first 2 years of high school.
Y eso afectó los primeros años de la escuela de mi hijo.
Now, through a great support system and friends and family, I was able to get myself out of that and I returned to school. I'm proud to say that I'm going to graduate this year with hope. But the sad part is that my son's not going to get in here, even though what he had to deal with was not his fault.
Lo más triste es que mi hijo no va a poder graduarse de aquí porque lo que tuvo que pasar no era su culpa.
And to know that other students that grew up in the same neighborhoods I did or remote areas around it have things that they're dealing with that is worse. Now, I grew up in the 80s.
Y la gente que creció en mi barrio, saber que ellos pasaron cosas peores. Yo crecí en los 80.
And I remember back then it was difficult for kids to pass high school because parents were working 2 jobs, which is why the gang problem was so big back then.
En ese momento era difícil para que los chicos pasaran la escuela porque los padres tenían 2 trabajos, había problemas de pandillas.
College was a way out.
La universidad era una manera de salirse de eso.
The way inflation and cost of living is going now, parents are starting to work 3 jobs.
La manera que está subiendo la inflación, ahora los padres deben trabajar 3.
You are closing one of the only doors they have to get out of it.
Y están cerrando una de las pocas cosas que tienen para
Do the right thing by the people around you.
I don't know if she's ready. I want to just So, hello, my name is Carissa, and I am a graduate student in the Latin American Studies Department.
Soy una estudiante de los estudios latinoamericanos, en el programa de estudios latinoamericanos.
And I also taught here for you both.
Pero también enseñé.
Last semester, 2 freshman students teaching NSS 1001 Intro to Higher Education.
2 semestres en el programa de Ciencias Sociales.
And I'm here as both a student and also an educator to speak against the current proposal for Impaction.
Entonces estoy aquí como estudiante, pero también como educadora para oponerme al programa de exclusión que se está presentando.
And so it appears that numbers seem to have some measure of value and importance here in this conversation.
A pesar de que algunos de esos números sí tienen valores, esas cifras en la conversación.
So the average GPA for the acceptance rate of freshmen in the Cal State is 3.2 to 3.5.
En Cal State la calificación promedio es de 3.2 a 3.5.
And though we are not averages, and I know we're not averages, in 2018 the average high school graduation GPA for a senior was a 3.0.
Pero no somos promedio. En 2015 la calificación promedio en las secundarias era de 3.0.
And so if you were to raise one of the requirements to be like a higher GPA,
Así que si fueran a levantar nuevamente las calificaciones, el GPA,
then already you are shutting the doors absolutely and completely to students just based off the numbers alone.
estarían cerrando las puertas completamente solamente si miramos las cifras.
And I've heard that one of the alternatives would be possibly, or one of the things thrown around is that community college as an option so that transfer students can come here and already have a base in education or just be
Hoy
here
que
transfer
una de las
students.
alternativas eran ir a los colegios comunitarios y después transferirse aquí a la universidad.
The transfer out rate in 2017 for Cerritos College was 13%.
El porcentaje de Cerritos College en 2013 fue de 13%.
In Compton City College, it was 10%.
En Compton fue de 10%.
Pasadena City College was 8%.
El College de Pasadena fue 8%.
Mount SAC, 4%.
Saks de 4%.
And for the community that we serve the most, East Los Angeles Community College was 4%.
Y en el este de Los Ángeles, la comunidad que más trabajamos, pues son de 4%.
When this was brought up the first time, I saw you shrug. Physically, I saw you shrug when your salary was brought up.
Cuando esto se presentó por primera vez, de verdad yo me sentí.
But if you go online, it is a quick search to find out that the median for you is a $300,000 a year, not to mention living stipends.
Pero si se va en línea, se puede averiguar muy fácilmente que el promedio del salario de ustedes es $300,000.
Without a college education, at an average, so there's lower, high school graduate earns $30,000 a year, which is 10 times less than you will make in a
Sin
year.
una educación, alguien que se gradúa de la secundaria puede ganar $30,000 al año. Eso es apenas 10% de lo que ganan ustedes.
But these are statistics. And the students that are coming out of the schools, they are not statistics, they are not numbers.
Estos son números, estadísticas, pero los chicos
You have students actively with goals that they have of attending Cal State University, Los Angeles.
tenemos chicos que tienen la meta, el sueño de participar del Cal State Los Ángeles.
These are students, these are children. Children. I had students in my classroom who were 17 years old.
Son niños, tengo en mi clase niños que tienen 17 años de edad.
And they are being told that opportunity and success can only be found in a college classroom.
Y le están diciendo que la oportunidad y el éxito solo se encuentran en una clase en la universidad.
But when the very place that they see as their life's goal is the same one which builds higher hurdles to jump,
Pero cuando ese lugar que tenían como meta y como sueño tiene un muro que va a ser muy difícil de saltar,
and when they guard the gates with increased reinforcements, how many will fail and fall in the process?
y cuando las puertas tienen guardias que no los dejan pasar, ¿cuántos de ellos van a fallar y sin poder entrar?
How many children and how many people are you willing to turn your backs on?
¿Cuántos niños o cuántas personas le van a dar la espalda?
That's what it's about. That's what it is. Right.
If you were to look on the Cal State, on our website, we have a vision that says, we are dedicated to delivering cutting-edge academic programs.
Tenemos una visión, si ustedes miran la página web de la universidad, que dice, estamos dedicados a dar una educación de primera,
That prepare students to be leaders in both their professional and civic lives.
para preparar a los estudiantes a ser líderes, tanto en lo profesional como en la vida cívica.
Through initiatives that engage local, regional, and global communities in mutually beneficial partnerships.
Por iniciativas que involucran a nuestra comunidad local, regional, en compañía y en sociedad con otras organizaciones.
How are you going to build these partnerships if the students aren't here?
¿Cómo van a conseguir esas si los estudiantes no están aquí?
There's a value listed also on our website. The first one that's listed is students first. And
Los valores que dicen ahí dicen que nuestros estudiantes son primero.
It says we put our students' academic success, career readiness, and well-being at the center of everything we do.
Que ponemos el éxito profesional y educativo de nuestros estudiantes en el centro, en el corazón de todo lo que hacemos.
Another value that we have listed on our university website is transparent, collaborative decision making.
Otro de los valores es la colaboración transparente.
And it says, so where is the collaboration that is taking place? Where is it within this that we are first, because I see no student name or educator name in this process?
¿Dónde está la colaboración? Porque no veo en este proceso la contribución de los estudiantes o los educadores.
You have here in your room 200 people, 200 students who fill your classrooms and allow for your salary to be paid.
Tenemos aquí 200 estudiantes.
You have here the educators who guide us, who lead us, and the ones who actually have us believe that we come first.
Y tenemos los educadores que de hecho creen que nosotros los estudiantes somos los primeros en venir.
And then we have you.
Y después están ustedes.
Who claim to hear us and who pride themselves on being the #1 college in upward mobility.
Que se jactan de ser la primera universidad de movilidad económica.
You are hearing us, but you are not listening. Okay.
Nos escuchan, nos oyen, pero no nos escuchan.
We are telling you directly.
Les estamos diciendo directamente
That changes to campus policy can only be fair.
Que los cambios a las políticas de la universidad solo serán justas.
And should only be had with the direct input of educators and students at the core.
Y solo deben ocurrir con la contribución de los estudiantes y los educadores.
We are the heart of this university.
Somos el corazón de esta universidad.
Impaction is a malignancy, preventing us from beating properly.
La exclusión nos está impidiendo de ser parte.
So don't just sit here complicit.
No se sienten ahí y sean cómplices.
If you do, you turn your backs with the full knowledge that
Si nos dan la
students will be turned
espalda,
away.
con todo este conocimiento, nos
And
van
if
a
you do so, you are directly complicit in turning away students not only from our campus, but from a lifetime of opportunity.
Y si lo hacen, son cómplices no solamente de excluir a nuestros estudiantes de su educación, pero de toda una vida.
And ultimately, if you do so, you only further prove that we do not come first.
Y están probando de esta manera que nosotros no somos primero en la lista.
And in that instance, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Deberían estar avergonzados de eso.
And while they're talking, can you please have a straight face as you up there smirking the whole time she mentioned your salary? Ain't shit funny up in here to us. So don't have that smirk on your face. That's what you just did, right there. It's not funny to us. It's not a joke.
Yeah, watch your face.
So stop sitting there with that smirk on your face. It's funny. It's not funny.
Yeah, I gotta know. Thank you. I thought you said you were gonna take a note.
You do have one right here. She's taking notes.
Why he can't take it?
Get paid.
She's not gonna look at him. Your face is really funny right now. I could be hilarious.
Everybody else, we don't have the mic does not have to be held. We can hold our own microphone.
Yes.
We can speak our own truth. It doesn't have to come from your hand. Okay, so I want to speak to a few issues. One, in regards to someone mentioned upward mobility.
Quiero hablar sobre la movilidad económica, es uno de los temas que quiero mencionar.
You pride yourself in upward mobility, but the only reason why you're able to sustain that is because we have went from poor to a little less poor.
Se jactan de la movilidad económica, pero la única manera que pueden probar eso es que somos un poquito menos pobres.
We went to having one job or 0 jobs to having to work 3 jobs.
Fuimos de no trabajar o tener un trabajo a tener que tener 3 trabajos.
That's what's making us working class citizens, not the fact that you have provided a proper education to make us or allow for us to have access to upward mobility.
Eso es lo que nos hace tener nuestra educación, no porque ustedes nos hayan permitido tener esta movilidad económica.
In regards to funding, one excuse that y'all say is that y'all don't get the state funding. President Covino, you make almost $400,000 annually.
En cuanto a los fondos, señor Covino, usted gana casi $400,000 al año.
Many of us as students last year went to Sacramento and fought against the tuition increase and fought for more state funding, in which we were victorious in doing.
El año pasado muchos de nosotros fuimos a Sacramento para pedir más fondos estatales y lo conseguimos, fuimos victoriosos.
You say you don't have to fund it from the state, but when the state provides money, the first thing they do is allocate you a $10,000 raise.
Usted dice que no tiene fondos, pero cuando recibe los fondos, lo primero que hace es quedarse con $10,000 para su sueldo.
I think all of us in here can use $10,000. You have students that walk around on your campus that are homeless.
Yep.
Aquí que no tienen dónde vivir.
You have students that walk around your campus that are hungry.
Y hay estudiantes aquí que viven con hambre.
You have students who have said they are afraid to even walk to class because the amount of police that are present on this campus.
Hay estudiantes que tienen que caminar por la cantidad de policías que hay en esta universidad.
In which you all just invested another $100,000 into putting onto a campus of students of color.
¿Por qué no poner esos $1,000 para tener estudiantes?
When we talk about impaction, I want to say one thing that I've been saying. Black students have been impacted. We've been facing impaction.
Cuando hablamos de la inclusión de ahora, los estudiantes de color han estado siendo excluidos desde mucho tiempo.
I started in 2016. We were almost 5%. Today we're only 2%.
Éramos 5%. Hoy día somos los 2%.
Black students are being denied. Our admission is being rescinded, and we are not allowed on this campus.
Los estudiantes afroamericanos nos están negando la entrada a esta universidad.
You want to raise your requirements, such as SAT scores, but y'all should know that when this impaction is facing predominantly Black and brown communities, we do not get the resources to obtain the fucking SAT scores that y'all want from us.
Elevar las cifras de los exámenes, pero nosotros como estudiantes de color no tenemos los recursos para poder tomar esos exámenes.
You're making us jump through loopholes, promising something at the end, and when we get to the end, after we done fucking jumped, we done lost everything through those loopholes. There's nothing there at the end for us.
Nos hace pasar obstáculos y obstáculos prometiendo que va a haber algo al final, pero cuando lo logramos, no hay nada allí.
You put a time frame on when you want us to finish, not realizing the adversities that we have to face as students of color, especially Black students.
Nos pone una fecha límite para graduarnos, pero no se dan cuenta de todo lo que tenemos que pasar los estudiantes de color para llegar a esa meta.
We cannot go to class every day if we're tired from having to work 3 jobs the previous day.
No podemos ir a clase todos los días y estamos tan cansados por haber trabajado 3 diferentes trabajos al día anterior.
We cannot show up to class and do our work if we're ashamed that we might stink because we slept in our car the previous night.
No podemos ir a clase y decir que no tenemos el trabajo listo porque tuvimos que dormir en el auto la noche anterior.
I've experienced homelessness. There's times I did not go to class because I thought maybe if I go shower in the school gym, somebody's going to know that there just was that insecurity in myself that somebody was going to know this is my situation. And not once did the school reach out and say, this is what we have for you. This is what we can do. It is faculty. My Pan-African Studies department is what held me down. And they're the only reason why I'm still here. Not your administration.
No son ustedes los que nos ayudan, sino que ha sido mi departamento de Panafrica que me ha ayudado a mí cuando yo vivía en la calle y he venido a ducharme aquí al gimnasio porque no tenía dónde hacerlo. No fueron ustedes que me ayudaron.
You are excluding 600 students who most are going to be first generation, who are there, who have this dream in their mind that they're going to be the one to set their standard and make a change and be that trophy for their family, and you're taking that away.
Quiero excluir a 600 estudiantes que tienen el sueño de hacer un cambio en la familia, pero son los únicos que pueden ir a la universidad de ellos.
I am first generation, and it means everything to hear my mom brag on me being the first of her 8 kids to make it to college.
Soy de la primera generación y me encanta escuchar cuando mi mamá dice que de los 8 hijos que tiene ella, soy la primera en ir a la universidad.
You are taking food and opportunity out of 600 students' mouths, which I know is going to be more than 600 students.
Está quitando la comida a 600 estudiantes y yo sé que van a ser mucho más que eso.
And I leave you with the question of how do you go to sleep and lay your head peacefully at night, knowing that you are snatching away an opportunity that is going to be granted to so many.
Me pregunto cómo pueden ir a dormir a la noche sabiendo que le están quitando la oportunidad a tantos estudiantes.
And my last question, President Covino, can I have some money?
Presidente Covino, ¿me da algo de dinero?
Okay, I'd just like to say it's wonderful that all of you are here, to back up the people, to back up the students. Unfortunately, we have to be here. If we're not here, they will take advantage of us. They'll make things harder for us. They'll push us into a corner, and they'll even push us out of school.
Me alegro que estén todos aquí, estoy muy contento que estén aquí, pero tenemos que estar aquí porque si no, lo único que nos hacen es empujarnos, sacarnos fuera de aquí, sacarnos fuera de esta universidad.
My name is Dr. David Sanchez.
Yo soy el Dr. David Sanchez.
And I taught Chicano Studies for 15 years.
Y enseñé Chicano Studies por 15 años.
The reason why I'm here is because I'm really concerned about them reducing the number of students coming to this campus.
Estoy aquí porque me preocupa mucho el que estén reduciendo la cantidad de estudiantes que puedan entrar a esta universidad.
As you know, I am an organizer.
Como saben, soy uno de los organizadores.
And a civil rights worker.
Y un trabajador por los derechos civiles.
And if your civil rights are being violated,
y si sus derechos civiles están siendo vulnerados,
then I will call the community.
No, pertenece a la comunidad.
I will call the Brown Berets. The Brown Berets, the Brown Beret National Party is an organization across the state, and we will take on this issue.
Es una de las organizaciones que trabajan en el estado y sí vamos a tomar este asunto en nuestra.
But also understanding that you have to make demands.
Entendiendo que tienen que tener sus reclamos.
And you have to follow up with some action.
Y hay que seguirlo con acciones.
They call that jujitsu warfare. What they're doing is they're trying to steal more money for the prisons.
Lo que están haciendo es tratando de robar más dinero para las prisiones.
They can pay $84,000 a year for a prisoner.
Pueden pagar $4,000 por cualquier preso.
And they can get rich from that.
Y enriquecerse por
they
eso.
have been getting rich from that.
Han estado enriqueciendo.
The managers of the campuses have been getting rich.
Los administradores de esta universidad se están enriqueciendo.
They're getting rich from making these impactions for them. And they're putting us deeper and deeper in root of trouble.
Se están enriqueciendo con estos programas de exclusión y lo están haciendo constantemente.
It's very important that each one of you begin to organize.
Es muy importante que cada uno de ustedes comience a organizarse.
But not only organize on campus, but also organize the community.
No solamente aquí en la universidad, pero en la comunidad.
If not, they will not listen to you.
Si no, no los van a oír.
You must come out clearly and say, ya basta.
Deben salir y decir, ya basta.
Ya basta. We're tired of being treated.
Ya basta.
Ya basta. We're tired of being pushed out of school.
Estamos cansados de que nos.
Ya basta. We're tired of being having opportunities taken away from our community.
Estamos cansados que nos quiten las oportunidades en nuestra comunidad.
Let me remind you, today,
Déjenme recordarles que hoy
there are, in the state of California, there are 5 million Mexican American and La Raza students.
en el estado de California hay 5 millones de mexicoamericanos y de la raza. Todos son estudiantes.
That is power.
Eso es poder.
Now is the time to organize.
Ahora es el momento de organizarse.
Now is the time to create power for the students.
Hoy es el momento de crear más poder para los estudiantes.
And not put up with all of this bull that we keep getting from the state of California.
Y no aguantar todo lo que estamos aguantando en el estado de California.
The state of California is a police state.
El estado de California es un estado de policial.
And part of that police state is to reduce the number of students coming on this, to this campus.
Y parte de esa medida es de reducir los estudiantes que llegan a la universidad.
So do not fear. Have courage.
No tengan miedo. Sean
Fight for your fellow students.
Peleen por sus compañeros. Por
Fight
sus
for the
estudiantes.
students who do not have opportunities and end up homeless.
Para aquellos que no tienen la oportunidad y terminan viviendo la calle.
Fight for the lives of our community.
Peleen por las vidas de nuestra
It's
comunidad.
up to you to stand up. It's up to you to let them know, to let the system know that they can no longer continue to beat us.
De hacerles saber al sistema que ya no pueden seguir pisándonos.
That they can no longer beat us psychologically.
Nos pueden pisotear psicológicamente.
They can no longer beat us politically.
No nos pueden pisotear políticamente.
They can no longer beat us with these schools.
No pueden seguir pisoteándote en las
The schools that are not working for us.
Las escuelas que no están haciendo nada por nosotros.
So please unite and viva la comunidad, viva la raza, and move forward. Gracias.
Viva la raza.
All right. Everyone, please bear with me. I'm sick and my voice is like very horrible.
Disculpen mi voz, estoy un poquito enferma.
I come here as a student first, regardless of who I work for, who I'm affiliated with, what clubs, organizations I'm for.
Más allá de con qué organización estoy afiliada, para quién trabajo, estoy aquí hoy como estudiante, primero y nada más.
I'm here to tell everyone the truth about what's going on.
Estoy aquí para contarle la verdad a todos de lo que está ocurriendo.
And I'm here to give more information about the Graduation Initiative 2025.
Y estoy aquí para darles más información sobre la iniciativa de graduación 2025.
I'm here to talk about who is on that committee of Graduation 2025.
Estoy aquí para hablar quién está en ese comité de la iniciativa de graduación del 2025.
The Graduation Initiative 2025 and the GI Bill 412 both came out of the Chancellor's office.
La iniciativa de graduación 2025 y el GI Bill, todas salieron de la oficina del Chancellor, del presidente de las universidades.
Those two bills are essentially just saying we're going to need a couple college graduates in a couple of years, so they want to rush everyone to finish in 4 years.
Básicamente esas iniciativas dicen necesitamos X número de estudiantes en X número de años y por eso están apurando y presionando a que todos se gradúen.
Lynn Mahoney, Tom Enders, and Jennifer Miller are on that committee.
Lynn Mahoney, Tom Enders, and Jennifer Miller están en ese comité.
Honestly, those are the only people I know because those are the only people that have been talking to me, and everybody else on the committee is ghosts.
El resto son fantasmas, pues son las únicas 3 personas que estaban hablando conmigo.
But I'm here to tell you that Lynn Mahoney and Tom Enders back there were at Long Beach when Long Beach declared Impaction. And now they're here doing the same thing. And I don't think that's a coincidence.
Estaban en Long Beach cuando Long Beach declaró su iniciativa de exclusión y ahora están aquí.
And I'm here to tell you
Estoy aquí para contarles.
when I met with these administrators, they told me, no, don't have a riot. Don't make these protests because we have such a good relationship with Governor Newsom right now.
No, por favor, no hagan escándalo. Me dijeron ellos, no armen escándalo ni hagan ruido porque tenemos una tan buena relación con Gavin Newsom en este momento.
He's been so kind to us and given us so much money generously.
Él ha sido tan amable y tan generoso y nos ha dado tanto dinero.
And I will tell you, and this is a direct quote from the CSU funding priority supported in Governor's 2019-2020 budget proposal.
No, bro. Awesome. Cito directamente.
In this January 2019-2020 budget proposal,
En esta propuesta de presupuesto de 2019-2020,
Governor Newsom proposed an ongoing increase of $300 million
el gobernador Newsom propuso un presupuesto de $300,000 continuo
for the CSU to fund Graduation Initiative 2025.
para que el sistema CSU pueda costear la iniciativa de graduación 2025.
Enrollment growth,
El crecimiento de la inscripción,
employee compensation,
compensación laboral
and mandatory costs.
y obligatorio.
$247 million
247,000 millones
to assist the university in addressing a growing backlog of maintenance.
para ayudar a la universidad con un retraso que tienen en los servicios de mantenimiento.
And only $15 million to support basic student needs.
Pero solo 15 millones para ayudar a las necesidades de los estudiantes.
There is funding.
Sí, hay fondos.
They just do not allocate it in the proper way.
Simplemente no los distribuyen de la manera apropiada.
Where we come first.
Donde nosotros seamos los que recibamos todo esto primero.
And I want to also bring light to the other people in the other community that's going to be affected by Impaction.
También quiero revelar a las otras personas en las otras comunidades que van a ser afectadas por esta iniciativa de exclusión.
EOP.
Yep.
I am an EOP special admin.
Yo soy un especialista en EOP.
And for those of you that don't know what an EOP special admin is,
Para aquellos que no sepan lo que es EOP,
an EOP special admin is a student who doesn't even meet regular admissions criteria.
es un estudiante que ni siquiera llega a los requisitos mínimos de admisión.
I almost even barely graduated.
Yo casi ni me graduó.
And you know what my job is now?
¿Saben cuál es mi trabajo hoy día?
I work for the people that denied me.
Trabajo para la gente que me negó a mí.
And I am a valuable person.
Yo soy una persona muy valiosa.
And I want to set the path for those before me to come after me and have the same opportunity that I did.
Y yo quiero dejar la huella para que los que vengan detrás mío tengan la misma oportunidad que tuve yo.
And play with her job if y'all want to.
Yes, play with her job if y'all want to.
And another thing that I want to mention
Algo más que quiero mencionar.
is that they're not being honest with you.
No están siendo honestos con ustedes.
Covino, back in fall 2016, you made the decision
Covino, en otoño del 2016, usted tomó la decisión
to over-enroll,
de inscribir y sobrepasarse.
even when faculty and staff told you not to.
A pesar de que los profesores y el staff
Is that not right?
que no lo hicieran. ¿No es cierto?
You need to answer. Let's see answer.
Yes, when I came here, I opened up access so that we could admit more students.
Sí, es cierto. Cuando
And now you're denying access
y ahora está negando ese
because of your mistake.
su propio error.
So you fucked up.
So now what they're saying is this is unprecedented.
Nos
We
están
didn't,
diciendo que esto es sin precedentes,
we didn't see this coming.
que no lo veían venir.
Faculty and staff warned you. You saw this coming.
Los profesores se lo advirtieron y el staff también.
So
Sí
now
se lo
you-
veían venir.
So now you better listen to us when we demand for a one-year moratorium to be included in the conversation.
Ahora más vale que nos escuchen cuando pedimos un año de retraso para ser incluidos en la propuesta.
And we will no longer be intimidated.
Y no vamos a dejar que nos intimiden.
Even if faculty and staff who are not tenured cannot speak, I will speak up for them.
Aunque los profesores que no tienen protección,
We are not numbers. We are valuable people who deserve spaces in spaces that were not meant for us.
no somos cifras, somos seres humanos que merecemos el espacio que no tenemos.
And with that, I want to say, hold back. One-year moratorium. Do not take away EOP special admits from EOP. Create your own program.
Con eso les pido decir, por favor, esperen un año y no le quiten la oportunidad a los estudiantes de OEP.
And thank you everybody for being here. I love you all.
Hello, my name is Omar, and I'm not going to avoid you guys, but I do want to face the people that we're focused on.
Me llamo Mari, no quiero darle la espalda, pero quiero darle la cara a la gente con la que estamos hablando.
So, I'm first of all proud that all students, faculty, that we're all here together supporting us and everyone else that just couldn't make it, working, classes, something maybe that neither of you have faced in your life, maybe.
Primero quiero agradecerles a todos que estén aquí, profesores, estudiantes que están aquí, por los demás que no pueden estar porque están en clase o trabajando. Gracias.
My journey here was transfer student, working graveyard shift full time.
Yo soy un estudiante que me transferí, trabajé tiempo completo y trabajaba de noche.
And when I got here, I thought it was the best choice I've ever made in my life because of the people around me and the upward mobility.
Y cuando llegué aquí, sentí que era la mejor decisión que había tomado por la clase de gente alrededor mío y por la oportunidad que tenía de salir adelante.
And I'm still proud of the people that I'm around, except for the people that are denying this admission to 600 students that you're lowballing.
Y sigo sintiéndome orgulloso de la gente con la que comparto, excepto con aquella gente que le está excluyendo a 600 estudiantes la
Because
oportunidad.
these 600 students, those are all 600 maybe different generations that are moving on with their own families that are being denied. So
Porque estos 600 estudiantes pertenecen a generaciones y a familias que les están negando su educación.
and that's just the first year.
Y solamente este sería en el primer año.
So I just want to say that it's hard for me to graduate this year feeling like I'm leaving with a better student-minded school.
Es muy difícil graduarme sabiendo que estoy dejando una universidad que no tiene la mentalidad que suponíamos.
And it's a shame for me to feel that way because I have family members that were here 30 years ago. I
Me siento mal porque tengo familiares que estuvieron aquí hace 30 años atrás.
have an aunt that graduated less than 6 years ago.
Una tía que graduó hace menos de 6 años atrás.
And my cousin, I told him, come to Cal State LA.
Yo le dije a mi
for
primo,
the
ven a Cal State
opportunity.
LA porque hay más oportunidades.
And what we're facing now is the opposite.
Pero lo que estamos viendo ahora es exactamente lo contrario.
And we are denying people that are going to be exclusive for minorities.
Y le estamos negando la oportunidad a aquellos que van a ser minoría.
And for my last thought, it's just, it bothers me with that, and it bothers me that these raises and all of these salary increases for different administrative jobs or whatever jobs.
Me enfada saber que hay aumentos para los salarios de los administrativos o aquellos otros salarios.
And we're being told as students, we're looking for a career, 80,000, maybe higher, but
Y a los estudiantes nos dicen que busquemos carreras que nos den $80,000 o algo así.
And it just feels like that dream of like poverty and then growing to make that much is just dwindling, and
Y siento que el sueño se desvanece, que seguimos con la pobreza.
and just to finish my thought, sorry, I'm ranting.
Disculpa que sigo hablando y hablando.
But I just want to be heard. I just want to leave feeling like we're not going backwards. And
Quería que me oyeran y quería saber que no me voy a ir.
And the way the funds are being directed, they're not directed towards student success.
Con algo que va para atrás y de la manera que están presentando esto no es para el éxito de los estudiantes.
And to me, it's unethical how you can take a raise while you're denying so many generations of people.
Because of your mistake.
We cannot be, we are LA if we're denying our own people.
Yep.
No podemos decir que somos Los Ángeles y estamos negando a nuestra propia gente.
For real.
Woo!
Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Blanca Dueñas.
Good afternoon, my name is Blanca Dueñas.
Y vengo representando Promesa y Inner City Trego. Que venimos y por muchos años hemos trabajado en la educación, señor.
I'm here because for many years we have been working for education, sir.
¿Y sabe por qué estoy aquí? Porque usted está tirando el trabajo de toda esta gente.
You know why I'm here? Because you're throwing away the work of all these people.
¿Sabe por qué hoy en día nuestros estudiantes tienen los requisitos del ala G? Que son los requisitos para llegar a la universidad, porque la comunidad trabajó.
Do you know why students have the A to D requirements that are required to get into the university? Because the community worked for that.
Yep.
Nos enfocamos en mejorar las condiciones en las escuelas.
We concentrated on improving the conditions in the schools.
En que los estudiantes tengan una educación de calidad.
So students will have quality education.
De lo cual pienso que usted no está al corriente.
But I probably don't know anything about that.
Señor, tenga calidad humana.
Yes.
¿Sabe con todo el dinero que usted tiene?
With all the money you have,
¿Cuánta gente comería?
do you know how many people would eat?
¿Cuánta gente pagaría su renta para no ser desalojada? ¿Cuántos estudiantes no tendrían que trabajar 2, 3 trabajos para poder pagar sus costos en la
How many
universidad?
students would not have to work 2 or 3 jobs in order to pay for it?
Necesitamos que usted tenga conciencia de cómo se hacen las cosas.
We need
Porque
you to be aware of how things are really.
lo que usted hizo tiene un protocolo, señor. Primero tiene que hablar con la comunidad y después llevar su proyecto adelante. Esa es la falta de educación que usted tiene que enseñar aquí en la universidad, señor.
That's the type of education you should be teaching here in the university.
Y discúlpeme.
And I'm sorry.
Y con mucho respeto le estoy hablando así porque usted está matando los sueños de todos estos Muchas veces no sabemos si nos portamos como criminales.
Sometimes we're not aware and we behave like
No
criminals.
necesitamos sacar una pistola, sino con acciones.
You don't need to pull out a gun, but your actions would do that.
Por favor, señor,
Please, sir.
ponga en su corazón
Put your hand in your heart.
que ellos necesitan un futuro mejor que el de nosotros.
They need a better future than the one we have.
Yo quiero que usted tome conciencia
I want you to
de que hemos hecho un trabajo bien arduo, bien fuerte.
be working hard, very hard.
¿Sabe cuánto luchamos contra el distrito para que implementara los requisitos del ala G?
Do you know
Mucho,
how
señor.
hard we worked with the district so they would implement A2G requirements?
Y es un
Very
trabajo.
much. It was hard work.
Y es un trabajo que a nosotros no nos pagan, señor.
A work that we did not get paid for.
Lo hacemos por amor a
We
los
do it
estudiantes.
for the love of our students.
Solo quiero decirle
I just want to tell you,
que con el sueldo que usted tiene,
with your salary,
usted tiene que hacer aquí una graduación de 100%.
you should have graduation.
Con ese sueldo y usted está aquí para incluir, no
You're
para
here
excluir.
to include, not to exclude.
Quiero decirle, de verdad que estoy bien triste.
I want to say honestly, I'm very
Yo
sad.
apenas me enteré
I just found out
de esto que estaba pasando porque no se dieron al respeto de pasarlo a la comunidad.
I just found out this was going on because you didn't have the courtesy to spread all this
Porque
through the
con
community.
lo que usted está trabajando son con nuestros hijos por el cual usted tiene trabajo.
The reason we have a job is because of our children.
Y todos los demás de aquí, porque aquí el que mata la vaca como el que le agarra la pata. Así es que quiero decirle a todos ustedes,
I just want to tell all of you,
somos poderosos.
we are powerful.
Y aquí para educar a un joven o a un niño se necesita todo un pueblo.
And in order to
Tiene que ser parte de nosotros. Demuéstrenos 100% graduaciones.
if you're part of that, then show us that we can have 100%.
Y con mucho respeto a todos ustedes,
Don't you respect?
no se dejen, hay que ser pendejos. Gracias.
Okay, due to time, I'm just gonna start talking, okay?
Por la falta de tiempo voy a comenzar a hablar.
My name is Roxana Preciado. I'm a graduate from Cal State LA in psychology, and now I'm completing
Soy
my.
Roxana, estoy graduada del programa de psicología aquí de Cal State LA.
Now I'm finishing up my combined program, master's in school-based family counseling and marriage and family therapy.
Estoy terminando mi maestría.
I'm sorry. So with that, one of the things that they teach us is to have unconditional positive regard. So for 1 minute, I'm going to offer you that, okay? For this time while I'm speaking, I'm going to offer you that.
Una de las cosas que nos enseña es a ser positivos y por un minuto les voy a ofrecer esto.
I'm going to choose to believe
Voy a escoger a creer
that you two don't understand where we're coming from, that you are not meaning to hurt any of us.
que ustedes no entienden de dónde venimos nosotros, que no es su intención lastimarnos y dañarnos.
Let me paint you a picture of what, and I say our stories because it's a lot of repetitive shit. It sounds exactly the same. It just sounds a lot of variations of this.
Déjenme darle un poquito de nuestra historia y parece muy repetitivo todo porque todos pasamos por la misma.
Maybe you're making these decisions because you're not understanding
Tal
where
vez
we're
están
coming
tomando
from.
esta decisión porque no entienden de dónde venimos nosotros.
I wake up, and this is just before getting to master's, before I became a legal resident, before I had any kind of financial help.
Antes de lograr mi maestría, antes de estar legal en el país.
A privilege that I've had for the last 3 years, being a resident.
Ese es un
Prior to
privilegio que he
that,
tenido hace 3 años.
DACA for 6 months.
Porque antes de eso fue DACA por 3 años.
Prior to that, I was undocumented,
Antes de
struggling
eso,
in this country.
Indocumentada, luchando en este país.
I did not ask to be brought here. I came here at the age of 4,
Yo no pedí que me trajeran aquí, llegué a la edad de 4.
and yet I was brought here. stripped of my identity, and embraced American culture.
Sin embargo, me trajeron, me quitaron mi identidad, pero yo celebré la cultura americana, estadounidense.
I didn't know anything about my culture,
No sabía nada de mi cultura,
my people,
mi gente.
but ask me any of your states and states capital, I could recite it.
Pero pregúntame sobre los estados y las capitales y las puedo decir.
I would wake up, get up, take a shower, go to my job, wake up at 5:30 a.m.
Me despertaba a las 5:30 de la mañana, me duchaba, iba al trabajo.
Then I would get out of that job, hurry out of the mall, then go to a restaurant so I can start scrubbing toilets and bussing tables.
Salir de ese trabajo, de ese mall, para ir a un restaurante a limpiar baños.
I had 30 minutes